welcome to another video. Good to be out, and it's the longest day of the year, 21st of June. So I'm out for a wild camp, and I'm going to camp at the top of the crag that overlooks the village where I live. And it's been a fairly thundery day, lots of thunderstorms around, but it's pretty, well, it's okay now. A bit of a breeze, but hopefully it should be a bit sheltered. Well, there are some sheltered areas on top, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting out, because traditionally it's good to get out and do a camp on the longest night of the year, longest day of the year. And tomorrow the winter will start drawing in. But I've got about, I suppose it's only about a mile's walk, but a fair bit of elevation to get up there. And then I've got my bivvy with me, and I've already had tea because it's 8:30 now, but I'm going to have some dessert when I get to the top of the hill. So I'll get a little bit of distance under my belt and speak to you in a little bit. Really is quite a stunning evening. Just looking down on my little village there, and got the crag with the sun behind it. Yeah, I think I picked a good one. It's the only night for the longest day of the year, so luckily the weather's good enough to be out. Found a flat spot to put my bivvy. Well, it's relatively flat. I just had to lie down on the ground and see what I brought with me. Hopefully I've remembered it. You know me and forgetting stuff. But yep. Phew. My water. And there you go. It's the Alton walkabout swag again. Turning into one of my favourites, this. Put the bag on it, it's getting a bit windy. Dead easy to put up. You've seen it done before, so I'm not going to talk you through it. It's just got 4 points really. Sorry, 6 points and then 3 hoops. I bought the wrong adapter for this type of sleep mat. I'm using the Light Tour number 7, I think it is, which is a fantastically wide sleeping mat. I hate having my arms and shoulders sort of over the edge of a sleep mat, and this is particularly wide, this one, and I like it. It's far, far beyond a rating that I need at this time of year. As I say, it's rated to number 7, but I thought it was someone whistling. It's actually the steam train in the village. But yeah, it's doing it okay. So just a quick look around. As you can see, I've shown you before, there's so much room in the head end there where I can put my sleeping bag, my 4-class pillow there, and just runs down to the foot end. And it really is a lovely, easy setup. And what about that for a setting? What's about that then? Well folks, I'm sure you're all absolutely desperate to know. I'll put you out your misery. What stove I'm using tonight. Well, I'm going to go really simple this evening, and it's just a dead easy put together little meth stove. No bushcraft tonight, I'm afraid. And I can't remember the company I got it from. I think it might be a logo on it. SBP, Sierra Bravo Papa. And that stands for, oh, spill proof. No, it doesn't. Anyway, I thought it made it stand for spill proof something. Anyway, there you go, SBP. And it's a great little no-nonsense cooking kit, which I have used once. I haven't used with this actual burner. They sent me this one, which was an upgrade to it. But really, if you just want a little minimalist setup, then it's great. This is its own little wind guard, which tonight is actually going to be very much needed. I'll just work out that's the right thing. There's a little pin that you put in, line sort of hinges up there, and you're in. And if you can see in there, I'll just spread them out a little bit. Just look in there, there's a couple of, can you see them? Pot supports. So the idea is, you've got this nesting mug here, and you pop it on and it just sits like that, and it's very, very wind protected. Not got a very good angle there, that's a little bit better. And there she is. So you light the meth stove and put it on a cover here, which acts to, it's sort of twofold uses. It, if you're ever going to put it on, you know, something that could get scorched, like a bit of grass, then it'll protect that a little bit. But I've got a rock here, which is fine. But also, it's quite reflective, so it helps reflect any heat upwards. So I'm going to get this going. Bit of meths. Oops. Never know how much to put on, but it's got a screw top, so good thing is you can preserve the meths rather than it burning off. Well, it's a perfect little setup really, especially with this wind, and I've got two, but I'm only going to have one Mr. Kipling sponge pudding with golden syrup, and I think I'm going to be able to just sort of sit it in the top of that nesting cup and let it get the steam from the boiling water cook it up. And it's the perfect fit. I've just put the syrup sponge on top of the nearly boiling water, and there's a little bit of room around for the steam to get around the edges, but at least it doesn't hang over the edge so the flames melt it. So it's as though it was made for it. Well, this has been boiling away for 5 minutes or so. The difficulty now is going to be, it says difficult, that was easy. Wow. There you go, piping hot syrup sponge. And in my bag of goodies, some cream. What about that? Pretty marvellous. So, we have on top of my crag, I call it my crag, but I'm claiming it tonight because I'm the only one here. Syrup sponge, cooker flying everywhere, double cream. Hot. Oh. Delicious. There you go. Well, I'm doing a time lapse of the. You're not got much of a sunset, unfortunately, because there's a lot of cloud, but there's still some very nice colours. So I'm doing a time lapse of that, which will be the boring bit that I play you as I go to sleep. So I just thought I'd warn you. I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm going to enjoy the last of summer. Winter begins to poke its head round the corner tomorrow morning. Wow. Just delicious. And I'm glad you enjoyed sharing that with me, because I'm eating the whole thing while I've been talking to you. And that's just what I wanted. So I wasn't going to do a major cooking demonstration tonight. It's just I've been a full-on day at home and had a really nice big meal with the family. But I saved my dessert until I got together with you guys. So, bit of clearing up, get some mood lighting on, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Love this time of the evening when the lights are just coming on, and these sort of dimmer lights in the foreground here is Skipton, my local market town, and there's the reservoir, which is just above my village, which is down there. And then those brighter lights are the sort of industrial estates of Skipton, and then they snake off up the valley into places like Keighley and onwards. And basically on top of the hills, as far as you can see, sits Leeds Bradford Airport, which is notoriously difficult to land at on a particularly windy day when the wind's not in the right direction. Luckily, haven't had that pleasure. Although Hong Kong in the old days was a bit of a challenge. But yes, it's just such a good evening to be out. It was another one of those where I went, oh, I can't be bothered after I'd had a big fat tummy full of roast chicken and so on. Actually, which brings me on to the elephant in the room. I'm sure you are all asking. This watch, it's a Garmin Fenix 5. A lot of people have been asking, so I know that's obviously what's on your minds tonight. It's now quite old. It's got a lot of features, and I like it particularly for triathlons because you can set it for a swim followed by a cycle and then a run with just sort of single presses of the button, and it'll split the events. So yeah, I know you've been wondering. There's a bit of an elephant in the room on camps like this. All you can see is this watch, and you sort of go, oh, come on, tell us. And finally, I've revealed it. So yeah, the Garmin Fenix 5. That's obviously what you're wanting to know. Great watch. Anyway, I'm gonna get this camp sorted out. With the wind, I'm a bit worried that I don't want any litter to blow anyway, so I'm just going to make sure I gather up anything that might make mess and put it in my litter bag. And I'll speak to you just before getting in the tent, because it is already 10:30, and look how light it is still. But tomorrow it'll be pitch black at this time, obviously, with winter being here. I've told you about my dread of winter. Don't worry, it's not coming quite yet. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Fair bit of wind, but just as the last of the light goes, wanted to show you around. There's my little bivvy and unlimited visibility. Still some signs of the sun, and you probably see that little light there just on the rock. That's my GoPro doing the time lapse. but it's pretty special. So now I think I'll just watch the rest of the sun go down, enjoy the last of the longest day, and just soak it all up. It's fantastic. Breezy, but great to be out. Right now I'm nice and cosy in the bivvy, and that wind's really picked up now, and there looks to be a bit of rain on the horizon, so I thought I'd better escape the outside, even though it was nice to be out and enjoying the last of summer. Don't worry, I'm only kidding. But this bivvy is just fantastic. I'm not going to spin it round because it's too dark down there, but I've got my rucksack, I've got all my camera gear, I've got all my cooking gear, I've got my boots, all down the head end, and I've still got plenty of room for me to lie. It really is a great bivvy, and I'm not plugging it because I had to buy this, but well, I'm plugging it, but they wouldn't do me a deal on it, so yeah. If you're wanting to do some sort of minimalistic camping, then this is brilliant. But yeah, toasty warm. I've got the sunroof open at the moment, as you can see, just to enjoy the very last of the light before the rain comes in. I think it's coming in very shortly. But for now, I'll leave you and I'll see you in the morning. Fade to time lapse. Good night.
Half-past 2 and it's got pretty special out there. Quite difficult to sleep. Not necessarily the noise, but the fact that the whole thing is just making my sleeping bag sort of pull against me, and sounds pretty brutal out there. And then, well, stay with it. See you in the morning. Well, listen to that. It's a bit clucking windy. Haven't even opened to see whether there's any rain. I don't think there is, because that'll be a bit of a pain. But yeah, I have to venture outside now. It's 6:30. Despite the rattle of the wind on the canvas, didn't have a bad night's sleep really, just sort of woke up a couple of times, but pretty good. So yeah, I think I'll open up the bivvy and see what the day has in store.
Well folks, I was hoping to make a bit of a breakfast, but there's just no way I'm going to get this stove lit in wind like this. It was bad enough last night with there just being a little bit of a mild breeze, so we'll have to knock the video on the head here and I'll make my way down the hill, which is a bit of a shame because I was looking forward to something nice to eat, but there we go, that's just the way things are. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Don't know what that's going to be about, don't know when it's going to be, but I'll try and not wait too long. They're coming out a little bit more regularly at the moment, which is great. But try and like and subscribe to the channel, please. It's really good, despite being the most difficult edit on that last video, the flying one. It's had the least views, which I can't fathom. Just can't fathom YouTube. But please like and subscribe to this. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.